Ladies and gentlemen, hello Flight Simmers, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. This time we are back in the older Microsoft Flight Sim version, and yeah, that's for a reason, because we are flying the Dreamliner, the 787-10, and we are doing so specifically in the Korean Air livery, which is the new one, which they have just released, I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 months ago maybe. So where they've released a brand new livery for the aircrafts, and in my opinion it looks rather nice, so I didn't want to miss the chance to fly the new livery on the Dreamliner. And yeah, the Dash 10, the Dreamliner, was the first aircraft where they have showed the new livery. And yeah, so we are using this one also for the reason that of course we are heading back to home base, to Seoul Incheon Airport, and that's a rather nice rendition of the airport, but it is for the moment only available for the 2020 platform, and that's why I've decided to yeah, go back to the 2020 sim, and we will do the flight in here. And yeah, we are taking off from Sapporo in Japan, which has a somewhat decent freeware scenery. I mean, over here at the gate it does not look too spectacular, but I think the rest of the airport looks a little bit better, so it's good enough for today's flight. And then yeah, we are for the very first time sporting the new Korean livery. Pretty nice in my opinion. They've also in the meantime um, painted it on the 747-8, which also looks brilliant in my opinion, so that's pretty cool. And let's see, I think at the moment not all of the aircraft types are available with the new livery, but I'm quite sure it's not going to take long until all of them are. But let me know, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new livery? Do you prefer it over the old one, or maybe some among you who actually prefer the previous one over the new one? That's totally up to personal opinion, of course, but yeah, it's always fun to see how the community thinks about a brand makeover. So without further ado, or maybe quickly regarding the aircraft, so this is just the default Dreamliner, which is being brought to a quite decent level by Working Title, but then again it's still quite far away from a typical payware quality we are used to. So yeah, we will take it as it is in terms of aircraft performance and avionics and all this kind of stuff, but we will enjoy the new livery nevertheless. Alright, with that being cleared, let's jump into the flight deck and get going. Alright, so here we are in the flight deck. It's a little bit dark in here. Let's see what we can do about that in a second. But yeah, not quite starting from cold and dark. I've powered on the batteries, and we are on external power, so now we can kick on the IRSs as well. Forward door power comes on, emergency light armed. Window heats can also come on. Hydraulics stay off. Let's put seatbelt signs to on already. Then we should start over here, so this is all looking good. Fuel pumps are off for the moment. Anti-ices stay off for the moment. Nav lights are on. Humidifiers on. Auto recirculator fans are on as well. And then packs left and right. Think we can switch them to auto. I don't think we are on external air, so that's quite nice to have some air conditioning in here. And yeah, then where do we continue? Maybe down here. Let's load up first. All the displays are so dark, although it's actually bright daytime out there, so maybe that's just the sun behind us or somewhere. So let's get in a little bit of brightness. Yeah, just a touch. It looks a little better, I would say. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Right. Let's start from weight and balance actually. So set from OFP, let's see what we have. We have a PAX count of 295. That's pounds. I wonder if there's a way to switch it around, but if not, we will just go with pounds. And fuel, 45,000 pounds. I think that makes sense. Return. can't change it. Do we maybe need to... Is it maybe the sim menu settings? Although, that would be strange. Hybrid system now. Okay, that looks better. 20 tons of fuel. Yeah, I'm quite sure they use tons. Everything else would surprise me by quite a bit. And yeah, so we have a flight time of just below 3 hours over to Seoul today. And I will show you the route, which is interesting, but it's actually what they fly in real world as well. So let me pull it up. Yeah, which seems to take a bit of a detour. And I am, to be brutally honest, not entirely sure why this is. I mean, it seems like going over here on these routes would be somewhat shorter. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know, honestly. It's just speculation. Maybe they want to keep some distance from the North Korean airspace. Or maybe there's some other reason which I'm missing at the moment. But it seems like this is really what they are doing. So if any one of you guys find out why they take this bit of a detour, then let me know. It would be super interesting to know for sure. Right, then while we're here, I guess we can check the weather. We have very big winds, 2 knots, 999. That's strange. That does not fit our current weather at all. That's just way off to what we are seeing outside, right? And given that, I don't even know which runway we would depart. Probably to the south. It's shorter for us, so that would be then the Dalby 1 departure for runway 19 right. So out to Neje, and then right turn to Kugi, Poland, flight level 150 above Sala and Dalby. So that's that. But let's check about the weather. That seems a bit odd. So this is clearly good visibility. While we are on live weather, maybe. Ooh, maybe that's why. Really strange. Usually I feel like Microsoft Flight Sim weather is quite accurate, but this is just so way off to the meter that it's really strange. Okay, anyhow, let's go with it. So I then pause in it. GPS position. Time to line 5 minutes. That's fine. Route request. Load. That's in there. Dalby. Execute departure 1. Did I say left early on? I think we need right. 19 right. Dalby 1. We will check out the airport chart again in a second. And then for the arrival, let's see. For the time being, they have winds 100 at 3, so that would be an arrival on, gosh, what makes it 15 right, maybe? Or 15 left? Not sure. Let's go 15 right for now, and then I will check during cruise if this is actually correct. And then we fly the Gukdo is it? Gukdo to Charlie. Via the PacSim transition. Alright. Complex arrival route. We will check it out later on when we prep for the arrival. Performance in it. Zero freeware at 167.5. Final reserves and alternate 4.1. And I believe we have a quite high cost index of 160 and flight level 400 right from the start. That's correct. Okay, Lex route data, request wind data. Let's see, 9.4. That's probably going down a little bit. 7.1. Oh yeah, quite a bit of a headwind. And then that's that transition out of Sapporo is going to be 14,000. Right. And then, last but not least, we will need the takeoff performance calculation. Performance. Copy FMC data. One and right. No intersection conditions. Yeah, let's go dry. It looks dry from the outside. That was essentially 0, maybe we can go 350 at 2 just to calculate for a tiny bit of tailwind that we might have. Outside air temperature is 5, quite cold. 1013, is that correct? I don't think so. We had 1007. 188, I believe that's in line with what we've loaded. Optimum. Oops, I've cleared that. I hope it still works. Flaps optimum. Engine auto. Let's see what we get here. Assume temperature. So that's a D-rate takeoff 2. Select temperature 47. Did that work? Yeah, 47, D-rate 2. Climb arm. 71.5, that's quite low, but of course we are light, we don't need a whole lot of thrust for this departure. 145, 49, 157. So 157 going in here. And we have a runway heading of 182. Ah, I remember this one, takes forever. And then we are flying offline, so we might as well just dial flight level 400 straight away. (182) and all the way up to flight level 400. Flight directors, LF, VNAV, and this needs to be armed as well. Good. 1007. Being set in here, and then let's kick on the APU, and then we won't be long, that's for sure. Alright, what else? Transponder we don't really need to worry about since we are flying offline. Checklist then, pre-flight checklist, that is completed. That is brilliant. Do we need to close any doors, or will that be done automatically? Oh no, it's still open. So how do I even close that one? Tell you what, I honestly just hope it closes automatically. believe we can already set the trim. Down 3-0, is that correct? 3-0. Indeed. Okay, doors closed. Whew, that saved me. Honestly, I had no idea how to do it manually in this aircraft. This still needs to be set as well. 1007. There we go. Right, then we can bypass pin insert. That's good. That's what I've been waiting for. So let's kick on the hydraulics. Fuel pumps, beacons, and then we run the checklist. Passenger signs on. MCP is set to 157, heading 182, altitude 400. Takeoff speeds: V1 145, VR 149, V2 157. CV preflight is completed. Trim is set. Taxi and takeoff briefing is not completed. We will do that during the pushback, just to save some time. And I wonder, do I have wing view set up? Yes, I do. Brilliant. Oh, another Dreamliner. Thai Airways. Oh. Oh, accidentally. Oh, changed direction. That's brilliant. Tail right. Has that been there before? I think it might be a new feature. Okay, we are pushing. Checklist is completed. So we will fire up. Yeah, I just want to check which one we are. I think we are running the Rolls-Royce engines, right? Yeah, the Trent 1000. Yeah, I think with the thrust power ratio that has to be the Trents. Okay, let's fire up the Trents by going starter left, fuel control, and then, since we do have the new chase plane, let's enjoy some cinematics. Really nice stuff. Let's start number 2.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, while number 2 starting off, yeah, we have the anti-ice still off. I am aware of that. I think we can put them to auto. TCAS off. We can put it to TA, and then cabin temperature. I think I remember having an issue with this one before. Master temperature 24. It is apparently quite cold. Passengers and also the flight crew is freezing. But master temperature set, so I think this should work. I wonder why, because we had aircon running for quite a while now, so that's a bit strange. But let's see if this increases at all. And then hopefully not everyone on board catches a cold. Okay, after start flows then. APU off. Auto brake RTO. We have a flap 5 departure, if I'm not entirely wrong. Yes, we do. Flap 5 trim is set. Let me just do a quick flight control check. Full left, full right, Full down, full up. It's not going to the full extent because I think I have a little bit of dead zone in there. And rudder full left, full right. That's looking all right. After chart. Briefly, why is it? Oh, it's this. Are they not linked? Oh, that's poor. That's really poor quality. Anti-ice not required unless the real weather comes in now, but it does not seem to be the case. Recall can be cancelled. Flight control check round currently APU is shutting down. Oh, this gets me really confused. Right. Now let's go. And for the taxi, what we will do, we can taxi straight for now. And then we take a right hand on Delta, and Delta will lead us to Alpha 1, and then we can go full length on runway 19 right. That's the plan. Alright. Let's go then. Alright folks, here we go. Alpha 1 onto runway 19 right. So, transponder is switched. TARA, yes, I've done that. We have traffic and weather radar on, and traffic and terrain on the first officer side. So let's go strobe, landing lights. Seems like the approach is free. And then we run the before takeoff checklist, which is all green. Quickly doing a recall. Cabin temperature is still there. We will check it when we are airborne. Don't want to worry about that right now. And right, then we are good to rock and roll. Out of Sapporo. Yeah, the departure is very boring in a way. So it's just straight out for like 10-15 miles. And then right hand turn should be no issue at all. But I do like that here they have like these orange paintings on the runway, which I believe is because they actually get quite a bit of bad weather and snow up here. So I think that's the reason. Alright, let's go. Forward pressure on the yoke. %, stable takeoff. And takeoff thrust is set. 80 knots. Yeah, quite a bit of D-rate, but it works out well. Let's V1 rotate. Careful, we have a long aircraft. Come on, aircraft, get going, get flying. There we are. Gears coming up. Straight into cinematics. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, I really love the new chase plane for this feature. Cool. Just briefly making sure we are on track. Seems just fine. Oh, it gets bumpy. Yeah, let's go autopilot. It's a boring departure really. So let's go autopilot, and then we can do some more cinematics. Nice. Beautiful. It feels like the sim, or at least on my screen, delivery looks very bright. I feel like on real world pics I've seen so far, it looks a little bit darker. But it might be also related to my screen settings. Okay, flaps 1. Checklist incomplete. I Don't think so. And flaps up. Takes internal flights. After... Why? But that was set, was it? After takeoff is not checked as well. Crazy climb rate. Holy guacamole. Oh, that's not too bad. Right guys, so that's it already for the departure. That was smooth. That was a smooth one indeed. And now we are rocketing out of Sapporo and we are on our way to Seoul. So enjoy the cruise guys and I will catch you later. Hey folks, welcome back. So here we are approaching Seoul and yeah, it's not far, it's only 30 miles to go. We're still at 12,000 feet, so I'm coming in a bit hot here in this case, but we're gonna make it work. So yeah, smooth cruise. I mean on a basic flight from A to B, this aircraft works very well. I'm still not a huge fan of the normal Dreamliner, or like the Asobo Dreamliner in Microsoft Flight Sim. From the outside it looks a little bit odd. Some functionalities in here missing. So for example, here we don't have a COM menu, right? So, oh no, it doesn't even show. Interesting. It showed earlier at least. There we go. COM not available. And that's something which is available now in the Horizon mod, for example. So I think the Horizon mod for the Dash 9 is much better compared to the default Asobo Dreamliner. But yeah, it is what it is, and on a basic flight from A to B, especially flying offline, this aircraft is just good enough for the job, so no worries. And yeah, so we are now inbound NP. Let's have a quick look at the charts. So I've decided to switch around, so now we're going to do 3-3 left for arrival. Wind is 050 at 3, so basically it makes no real difference which runway direction we choose. Variable winds as well. I mean, based on the variable winds, we could argue that the other direction would be more favorable. I don't know which direction AI traffic is going, so that's going to be exciting to see. And yeah, other than that, good weather here in Seoul. And then this one is actually the procedure we have dialed in. So from Gukdo, we were oops, I need to store the speed brakes. But then I've decided to, at some point, though, go direct NPL. That's why I need a bit of speed brake as well. But now we're heading inbound NPL, and then we will be on the final approach. And normal style, yeah, ILS, a 3-degree glide slope. It is somewhat interesting information here. So we have minimum speed 160 before 5 nautical miles, 180 before 8 nautical miles runway threshold. So that's something to keep in mind. And then once down, we will vacate on, I believe, Charlie 8. I've dialed auto brake 2. I think it should work. Or you know what? Since I've also selected 25 for landing, that's 153. It is quite high, so let's go auto brake 3. We don't have a proper calculator in this aircraft, so we will need to do it like that. Yeah, so from here it's just 20 miles straight down towards Seoul Incheon Airport. Yeah, approach checklist has been completed. We can now, oh sorry, descent checklist. We can now complete the approach checklist. Altimeter has a 1009er twice, and here this is not synced, so I need to set it manually. Big leg spike. I think that's most likely scenery loading in, so that's completed as well. Runway heading will be 333. Like that, and there's one aircraft descending, so we did manage. Ooh, that looks not good. I hope that's getting fixed as we get closer. Yeah, seems like there's one aircraft ahead of us also descending, so at least we have chosen the correct landing direction. That is good news indeed. Right. And then what else? Hitting 5,000 now. Yeah, since we have one aircraft there, let's go flap one now, and then we can slow down a little bit further. And I think DME is measuring essentially runway threshold, so that's we can use this distance over here to determine our speeds. So now we have minimum 180 until we get to 8 miles. Oops. Ooh. Holy cow, what happened there? Oh, it's still not gone, come on. Oh, okay, now it gets better. Yeah, I think it's a huge scenery. I mean, this airport is just insanely big, right? I hardly know any other airfield which has these proportions. Quite insane. Okay, coming out to 3,000. Let's go approach. I think 3,000 is our go-round altitude, so that can stay in. 10 miles. Let's go flip 5. Yeah, 7 miles ahead, so that should be plenty, even for AI traffic to vacate the runway. All right. So that's 8 miles right now, so now we can also slow down to 160. Let's give it a bit more flap. Now we can go at least 170. Go for a quick cinematic. Okay, below 2000, let's go gear down. It's not working. Yeah, so one thing I always find fascinating about the Dreamliner is that essentially it has no positive pitch attitude when on final approach, right? So if you look like at real world aviation videos as well, you will see that when you see like landing Dreamliners, they are essentially at zero attitude, so horizontal, which is quite fascinating. 20 and flap 25. Final speed 153. Auto brake. Oh, I hate this. Lights on. Landing checklist completed. All right. Let's see how this works. First time for me ever flying into the PacSim Seoul Incheon scenery. see, so we are entirely horizontal, no positive pitch at all.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Whoa, that was hard. Holy guacamole. And I don't have reverse for whatever reason. Now, there we go. Gosh, that was a hard touchdown. I think there was a mixture of an actual hard touchdown, and then I think also I need to tune back these chase plane settings a little bit. But let's... Oh no, I haven't run Volanta. Oh man. Oh, maybe it's for the best. I swear to you guys, it's only honestly switched off right now. So we don't have a touchdown rate, but I think there was... yeah, probably around the 400 mark. And I hate this. I mean, it's a paver scenery and you have these lights on the taxiway. That's something I honestly dislike. Okay, let's figure out where we are. We've vacated on Charlie 8. Let's do a quick cleanup. Yeah, so I should have definitely pulled more there for the flare. That's for sure. Spoilers. Then we have landing lights and strobes. Alpha. Where should we go? I think we can actually take a stand right here to make it short. Or shall we check out the scenery for a bit? We can also just taxi around the corner and then find a stand. APU on, and then let's go for stand. What is that? 2.5 something maybe? Okay, 2 more meters, 1 more meter, there we go. Parking brake, killing engines 1 and 2. And fuel pumps and hydraulics. Like that. Seatbelts, beacons. IRS is off as well. There we go. Request deboarding. Checklist. Landing we had. Override. Shutdown. Parking brake is set, so shutdown check is completed as well. Good. Right, here we are. So we have made it to Seoul. You can tell that my system is running out of VRAM because some textures are not loading in anymore. Yeah, so here we are. There's an Asiana. I thought, or I was quite sure, that's up here on the north part of the airport. That's Korean air territory, and down on the south it's Asiana, but I might be mistaken. But it might also be the AI traffic, just not knowing the local rules. Because it is somewhat mixed up. There's a Korean over there. Back there are some more Koreans, to be fair. Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyhow, city back there looks quite impressive. Not sure why my camera keeps jumping, and here, huge airfield. Maybe it will also be cool to do some A380 ops, or maybe some cargo ops out of Seoul as well. I need to keep this on my to fly list. Right, but yeah, so we have made it. I was quite nice flying the new livery. I do like it, so let me know if you like it as well, or if you prefer the old one, as I've mentioned in the beginning. And yeah, so that's that. and not quite sure what video will be up next, but you will know by the title and by the release next week, of course. And until then, I wish you a pleasant week and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye.